What's up, my friends? I do hope that you are well. I'm sitting here doing some music today here. Um, Other than that, I'm doing great, and I hope that you guys are as well. Wanted to talk about something in regards to sync licensing. Really, your music career as a whole, just music, your journey in music. There's things that will evolve in your journey in music, whether you make it a career or something you just love doing. And the one thing I have gone through and I'm going through it now is that you stop and think, I'm at a crossroads, and you will too. Uh you'll come to a point where you want to do something different, or you want to change, or you want to add something, and don't be afraid of that. Don't fight that. Welcome that. And I think there's a couple of YouTube channels I followed about songwriting that have kind of opened my eyes and things that maybe I want to. I've been doing instrumental music for years. I've written with bands and singers for songs, but I've never really been a sole songwriter. Been thinking about maybe wanting to do that, or thinking about an artist into things and kind of writing things differently on the side around production music and stuff. That it's kind of I've come to a crossroads. I've been thinking about I need to add another library, maybe sign with a new library this year. And you're gonna go through that and welcome that. Don't fight that, because I've said once with libraries, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Work with different libraries. Do the majority of what you're doing with libraries is getting you the most placements, but sometimes it's good to sprinkle some music to some other libraries, because you don't know what they're doing. You don't know where those things are going to lead to. You really don't. Uh, Sometimes it's good to just get out of your creative element and just kind of get out of your comfort zone and do something that you've never done before. And I'm going through that right now. And I think the hardest thing for me is that, the music is one thing, but if you start writing stuff like lyrics, and I'm not a singer, but you start doing stuff where things get real personal and weird, and you're kind of putting yourself out there in a way where it's hard. It really is. It's always been hard for me. I've never tried to sing. I've never tried to write lyrics, because I guess, it's that, as I say, that asshole in my head that's saying, don't do it, man. It's just going to suck, or somebody's going to tell you it sucks, or blah, 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 eating at you, or that imposter syndrome. It's also all in how you look at things too. And if you ignore that voice in your head and just keep moving forward, it'll go away eventually. And that helped me a lot, just doing music in general over the years. It's helped me put me where I'm at and now, and really where I want to go much further with this. And I'm telling you guys, you're going to come to these points and welcome them. Do it. Don't fight that stuff. Don't shut the door on it. Be open-minded to anything that you can. There's nothing wrong with it. And I think the one thing that will help you tremendously is collaborating with other people. I've gotten to a point where I'm wanting to collaborate more, and that's okay. I'm glad, because for a little while there, I just didn't want to do it. I was nervous about people I collaborate with, vetting them, whether they, didn't have anything going on with bad intentions or being unethical, and it's very hard. It happened to me a while back ago with an individual, and it happened bigger to one of the libraries I'm with. A few years ago, I talked about that. I didn't feel so bad after they went through it worse than me, and we got it corrected. But unfortunately, I had to go back and forth and send sessions and proof to these guys, and they knew. They just wanted it because they wanted to verify what was really going on, and they knew. But you're gonna have people like that in the world. You just have to keep your eyes open, eyes peeled, and probably doesn't hurt to try to vet them, or, if you're going to collaborate with people, just know that maybe it's somebody in the library you're with, and they've done an album, they've done music, and you've heard it, and there are people within that, other composers, heads of these libraries, that can put you in the right direction and vet these people for you. Libraries like it when their composers are collaborating with each other, because the good thing about it is that it's adding things that are hybrid. It's adding things like taking two different styles and creating new things and opening up really cool doors for them. And I just finished this album with a cellist for one of my libraries, and they loved it. And we're going to do another one here, which is real cool, for another library. And this guy is an editor. His old boss at CBS loves cello stuff for some of these big shows. And he said, if you could start working on that now. I want to try to get that out there and see, because they just signed a deal with a big distribution company, and can't go into a whole lot other than that. But uh, I like hearing that, because that could be my next library, and I'm already writing for, but I want to put more emphasis in, because I have a good relationship with this guy, and he's such a great talent, amazing editor, just a great guy, and he's got a lot of cool things on his plate coming up, because he has a lot of connections with a lot of editors and a lot of people that could get them yielding to his music. But even with that, there might be a challenge, because there's some companies that are demanding certain types of music in certain ways. And one of it is, if you haven't heard over the last year and a half, it's they like a lot of vocals with it. So that's something you're going to have to try differently. Don't be afraid of it. I've put off, like, oh God, vocals. What? I'm not a singer. What do we do? But I am looking at a lot of cool tools to help me write lyrics and do a lot of things and put that in there. And not to mention, don't be afraid to bring in a singer and give them some writers. God, do that. It's a collaborator. Don't bring them in and, here's $100. Can you sing that? Give them some writers. Give them a piece of that. Give them some ownership in that. I think it's cool. Make sure they've got their PRO account and help them out. I think someone who's new to that industry, you may open their eyes up to something that's very cool. You got a lot of singers out there to do really well in the sync industry, just singing on tracks and getting writers by volume. I really think is a big market for it. If you sing, you need to think about that. Think about singing on other people's tracks. I mean, so he told me there's going to be a strong emphasis on that and the things we're doing, and I'm working with him to try to figure out just in what capacity do you need vocals, and how can you. I think he's going to send briefs and references and some things he's going to be provided, and that's on the table for the future. I don't know when, but very soon. So, but just think about these things, guys. You're going to get into a crossroads. There's things about, as I think about them, I want to get on talk about music licensing. I still go through it, and I'll go through it again. We all will. And I think that's with anything creative and artistic that you do. You go through these things. You really do. But that voice in your head, that's that asshole in your head, get rid of him or her or whoever it is talking to you, and go for it. Just do it. Don't worry about what anybody thinks. That's the hardest thing. And I still struggle with the imposter syndrome and that myself. Bad, I do. Because I'll get briefs going, man, I can't do that. There's no way. They'll turn it down. There's no way I can do it. I'll never be able to do it. And I struggle with that more than you think I do. You're not alone if you do, man. I can promise you. So just stay focused on these things and be open-minded to things. It's the best advice I can give you. And I wanted to keep this one under 10 minutes if I could. And just kind of get on and just kind of go over that a little bit. These are the things I'm going through, and it's a great thing. It's a positive thing. It's not something I'm like with my head down going, what now? I suck, No, man, it's an adventure. It really is. And you just got to keep plugging away. You got to find your corner. Find what you're the best at and run with it. Find the people who can place a lot of that, and don't stop. Don't give up. You can do it. So anyway, I'm jumping off. I appreciate you guys watching so much. And as things come to mind, I want to talk about them. I just wanted to kind of cover that a little bit, and just let you know that it's natural, and stay with it. It's okay. And we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much.